Hello students, welcome to MGC Learning. Today we will learn last topic of chapter 5, that is emerging modes of business from OCM subject. In the previous video all of you have studied outsourcing, which has been a well practiced since the 1990s. Today we will try to explore few forms of outsourcing along with its advantages and disadvantages. Given below are some forms of outsourcing which we will learn in detail. BPO, Business Process Outsourcing. KPO, Knowledge Process Outsourcing. LPO, Legal Process Outsourcing. Business process outsourcing is a business practice of contracting non-primary or non-core business activities to another business organization or to a third party. Here, organization hires another company to perform a task successfully. For example, customer care centers, back office staff, data processing services. Before we learn all forms of outsourcing, that is BPO, KPO and LPO, let's have a look over key terms of BPO, which is of three types: offshore outsourcing, onshore outsourcing and nearshore outsourcing. So the first one is offshore outsourcing. It is the process work is headed to the company that is situated in a distant country. It is like getting work done in a different country, usually to gain cost advantage and to get skilled human resource. For example, India and country like Philippines have a large number of English speaking people as well as training infrastructure, which makes it ideal for business process outsourcing. Many companies choose to offshore business functions to these locations. China, Poland, India are some of the leading destinations in the US market for offshore outsourcing. Onshore outsourcing. It is also called as home sourcing or domestic outsourcing. It is the practice of handling work in the hands of an agency or company which is located in the same country, means hiring a company in their own country. The best part is that in onshore outsourcing, company get a skilled team in the same time zone that shares the same language and same culture. It is like an Indian company outsource employee within the boundary of a country. The third type is nearshore outsourcing. Is one of the outsourcing model which is putting out a business process to agency in the nearby country. It is the practice of getting work done by people in a neighboring country rather than in their own country. Here you can see the nearby countries like China, Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, which whom India outsource, are geographically situated near. Same way, many companies in the United States outsource work to Canada, Mexico. Why? Due to geographic proximity, easy traveling, less expensiveness, easy communication, etc. The outsourcing market is growing tremendously in the coming few years with an increasing advantages as well as disadvantages. Let's have a look over advantages of outsourcing. Productivity improvement. BPO enables the corporate executive to concentrate upon core business areas. BPO saves their time and makes them focus on their customers. Educated and skilled people perform the task efficiently and thus improve productivity. Optimum utilization. Outsourcing helps to capture new efficiencies which increases the productivity. Skilled and sophisticated technologies leads to utilization of resources. Reduction in cost. So cost saving is significant to any business house. BPO helps a lot in reducing cost. Improved human resources is one of the great advantage of outsourcing process. Business process outsourcing company appoints efficient manpower that can generate economies of scale through outsourcing. Company get access to skilled and trained human resources at extremely low rate. Now we'll discuss drawbacks of outsourcing. Communication problem. There are chances of miscommunication or communication gap between client and vendor companies, maybe due to language issue or culture. Different time zones. Due to different terms of BPO, the client and vendor operates in two different time zones. This difference in time can create various problems during online meeting or any sort of communication. Loss of control. There is a probability of losing control of business activities because outsourced employee behave as per their terms and conditions. Next form of outsourcing is KPO, knowledge process outsourcing. Knowledge process outsourcing means obtaining information related to business such as research, analysis, consultancy, etc. These all work are done by the employees of another company or by a subsidiary of the same organization. Here the word subsidiary is related to assistant. The processes which are outsourced to KPO are usually more specialized and knowledge based. Let's study definition of KPO. KPO is the allocation of relatively high level tasks to an outside organization or a different group within the same organization. We'll try to understand this point with an example. Mr. A is the owner of a company and the company is suffering a loss, continuous suffering loss. All are confused. No one is able to suggest a way to avoid loss. Then the firm finds a way and decided to take an expert advice. Here the firm enlisted the help of KPO, that is, knowledge process outsourcing. Advantages of KPO. First one is cost effectiveness. One of the biggest advantage of a KPO is the cost advantage. Here the company does not have to set up any infrastructure or bear any operational cost. Hire skilled employees. KPOs provide the company with the best, most knowledgeable and skilled professionals. Better utilization of resources. Through knowledge process outsourcing, resources are utilized in better way. Disadvantages of KPO. Security of organization is questioned and compromised. Companies have less control over the hiring process of outsourced workers. Second drawback is that company might not be able to ensure character and quality of work of outsourced employees. Knowledge process outsourcing is a time consuming process. It takes its own time to establish a successful operation. Communication become a challenge due to language and cultural barriers. Now we'll move to the last topic, that is LPO, legal process outsourcing. LPO, when the business outsource services which has a legal nature, is called as legal process outsourcing. Here company gain legal support services from an external law firm or LPO. It is one of the type of KPO only, but LPO is specific to legal services ranging from drafting legal documents, performing legal research to offering advice. These are the advantages of LPO. Huge cost saving is the biggest advantage of LPO. Outsourcing legal work to external vendors enables the company to avail expertise and talent that does not exist within the firm. LPO makes a combination of in-house and external talent work together. Some survey revealed that many outsourcing relationships failed within few years due to Drawbacks of outsourcing. Problem of authenticity. Outsourcing of sensitive legal information across the globe gives chance to the vendors to access confidential information. Sometimes it proves risky. There may be chances of lack of in-depth knowledge of all relevant laws to a single person. Outsourcing ventures also fail due to cultural and language barriers. Usually, LPO get affected too much by geographical hurdles. There is a practice of employing remote distant workers, which can increase traveling and training cost. So students, only this much for today. Thanks for watching video.